All right, you know how I do. We're just winging it. All right. Jeez. Welcome back, everybody, to Fight Night. This one's in Paris, France. Me and you both know who was in Paris, buddy. But yeah, we got Imavov and Kyle Barallo, the fighting nerds card in France, basically. I got some notes, got some picks. Let's get into this. First off, we got Shannon Bannon. Whatever. I don't like this lady. You say she's like hot or whatever, but she's not good at fighting. And women that are decent at fighting will always beat this person. But it looks like the UFC wants this to happen. I'm picking Hughes by decision. Unanimous decision, that is. I just don't. I think Bedtime MMA said it best. I just don't see. She doesn't have that dog, you know? People that actually want to fight are always going to beat this lady, I think. So, yeah, that's how I see it. I think Sam Hughes will beat her by decision. If not, great. Who cares? Andres Gustafsson and Renat Fakhretdinov. All right, I got Renat Fakhretdinov by unanimous decision. He's more experienced. I don't think he's taken as much damage in his career. I could be completely wrong about that. I'm just making that up off the spot. But yeah, I have him by decision. I don't really have interest in these fights, but I promise the next of the fights I have reasonings. All right, Brad Tavares and Robert Bryzek. All right, I'm picking Brad Tavares by unanimous decision. The notes I have written down say he's durable and his fight IQ will beat Bryzek's aggression. I think that's true. I mean, Brad Tavares has been through most situations by now. He probably knows how to handle a guy like this. I mean, there's always a chance you get chinned, but that's every fight. So I'm picking Brad Tavares by decision. I just think he knows how to do it. This crafty vet stuff, you know? Next, I got Sam Patterson by round 3 submission. I know. Calm down, guys. I know. It's crazy. But what I have here says he's going to close the distance and grapple. And I know Trey Waters has been subbed before. He's had problem with grapplers. Hopefully he's learned. Maybe they'll change the fight. But I think Sam Patterson can do this. I think. You know, I could always be wrong, but I think he'll tire him out, grapple him, eventually get the takedown. And once he gets him down, it's over. But getting him down is the hard part, because if you don't, then you're gonna get sparked. But all right, this multi-billion-dollar company doesn't have any pictures for like a lot of fighters, right? And no odds. What the? They just signed a $7.7 billion deal. That's crazy, right? Anyways, I have. Who do I got here? I got Cal Fernandez. I have him by round 2 KO. That's wild. There's not a single stat. I can't base this off anything. What the hell, UFC? But yeah, what I have written down says aggression plus experience equals dead prospect. I think. Well, I mean, we've seen it before. He'll probably Joshua Van him, right? Like, tire him out and then chin him in the later rounds, right? That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. It's his debut, I believe, whatever the guy looks like. I got Marcin Tybura by decision. All I have for this is he's more experienced. He's a more experienced can fighting a PFL can. And he can grapple a little. That's literally my notes, so... yeah, that's how I see this fight. I don't know why there's no pictures of these people or any odds. This is kind of embarrassing. Umar Sy and Brenson Ribeiro. What I got is Umar. Is that how you say that? I don't know, but I got him by submission. I think the reason I say that is because this guy, he's obviously more experienced, but I think in a bad way. He's kind of like, not a can, but he's kind of he's a jobber, or like, he's a stepping stone. Like, if you beat him, you can actually hang. So, what I got is this guy struggles with grapplers, and he probably needs to KO this guy to win. That's what I would assume, because he mixes it up, it's over. And this is his home country, you know? So things like that. I believe Omar Sy's got this. Oh, I did. No. William Gomez and Robert Recala, whatever this guy looks like, right? I got William Gomez by decision. I think Gomez will avoid the grappling well enough and piece him up. He's also more experienced. I think he's been in the UFC. I think this guy's also debuting. There's like 2 or 3, maybe 4 people debuting in this card. So that's my reasoning. Like they're giving the French people kind of the alley-oop here because, you know, they're debuting. You're debuting. It's in my turf. You gotta come fight me. I think that's fair to say. All right, next, starting up the fight card. You're not gonna like this one, guys. I got Lozneni Kita by round 1 KO. I know. But look at this. He has been in 42 fights. I believe he's got his back fucking fused. I don't know, man. This dude's a crazy kickboxer, apparently. I think Pitbull's slowing and a little past his prime. Like, he shouldn't be fighting. He would have been good in the UFC 5 years ago, not now. Right? Now it's kind of just like, every time I've watched him fight, like 2-3 times he's fought already, I'm just like, dude, this guy's old. The oldest contender, like, in this division, I think. And, like, you can just tell he's slow. But Kieta's fast and strong, and Pitbull's only hope is really grafting or crafty veteran stuff, you know, like mixing it in really well, not shit telegraphing, and that's his really only hope. And like the gas tank, right? But I think I think in round 1 when it's slow, there's a good chance he'll just get fucking bink, straight down the middle, clipped, right? I think that's how it'll go. All right. Next up, we got XL Sola and Rise McKee. I gotta flip my notes, right? I got Alex Sola. He is a champ in another organization before, and so he's got the 5-round experience, the gas tank. He's just, you know, a little better at that. And then, but also McGee's got like decent defense. I'm not gonna say he's got trash defense, but he's not very, like, you can hit him. You can easily hit. Right? Look at that. You can hit him, right? But Sola's grappling is key. It's key. This will change the fight. He'll be able to actually give him different looks, land a crazy blow, and then I think he'll eventually win. I think I got him by decision. He'll use his experienced 5 rounds fights to tire him out. All right, Bolaji Oki and Mason Jones. I got Mason Jones. What I got down here is by unanimous decision. I think Jones is more versatile. I don't think Bolaji Oki has enough takedown defense experience, and like, I think he doesn't have enough to give Mason Jones different looks. Like, Mason Jones is gonna give him different looks. I mean, I know I'm saying like the same thing kind of over and over, but it's kind of the matchmaker's thought process when they're making these fights. Like oh, this guy can punch like a fucking train, but this guy can do everything a little okay, but nothing too great. So let's see what happens, right? That's why I'm picking Mason Jones. I think Mason Jones is more well-rounded and can give him different looks. All right, next we got Modestas Bukauskas and Paul Craig. I got Bukauskas. Same thing as the last fight. Craig has the wrestle, but this guy's really good at takedown defense. He's tall too, I think. How much taller is he? Oh, they're the same height. Oh, never mind. But I think that's still how it'll go. I don't see Craig getting KO'd again. Hopefully not. Hopefully. But he'll definitely get beat up for 15 minutes, and like all his takedowns will probably get stuffed until maybe later rounds. But I don't think he'll submit anything. Next, we got Benoit Saint Denis and Marcio Ruffi. I got Ruffi by round 2 TKO. Pretty simple. Denis isn't the best striker, and Ruffi is 6 on 7 of his last finishes for KOs, right? So he's only won 1 decision in the last 7. And I think Denis is too aggressive, unless he changes that. You know, he could change that going into this fight, but I think he'll get clipped closing the distance, and eventually his chin will. I mean, we saw it with Poirier. I know he's not no Poirier, but you closing the distance, getting clipped, you're not able to use one of your best things as wrestling, you're definitely going to sleep. They're setting this guy up for a night reel. Next, for the main event, I got Nasruddin Imavov and Kyle Barallo. I got Imavov. Jeez, man. I got Imavov. He's a precise striker with good counters, crisp boxing, yada yada. He's definitely more experienced and harder opponents, I'd say. He's got Izzy, Brendan Allen, Jared Cannonier, Dolidze, right? That's great. He's got Cannonier and someone else notable, but not very notable. So, yeah, I think in the home crowd, Imavov, we use his great takedown defense and just piece up Moralo the whole fight. But he's so durable, I don't think he'll get chinned. But it's going to be one of those fights where, like, kind of back and forth, but it's mostly just Imavov teeing off for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Yeah. That's how I see this going. Those are my fight picks, fellas. So, like, comment, subscribe, follow for more, Don't bet money if you're listening to this video. I just think these are how it'll go. But, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.